I'm on live, so don't say nothing mean. You good? I got the email too. Hey y'all, when y'all come in, say hey so I can know that you guys can hear me, because I had an issue with one of my live videos earlier. So I want to make sure that y'all can hear. I got something that I need to say. And I need to make sure that all of my entrepreneur friends hear me. Also, if you got entrepreneur friends or family members or cousins or sisters or brothers, or I don't care, they need to be tagged in the post. This need to be shared to their inbox. This needs to be shared to their timeline. This needs to be shown. Wake them up and tell them you need to listen, because T got something to say. Let me go ahead and make sure that I make this disclaimer. There is absolutely nothing that I'm about to say that's going to make any of you guys feel good, and that's not my intention. There's absolutely nothing that I'm about to say that's going to make you be like, oh my gosh, I love her so much. That is not my intentions. My intentions right now is to do exactly what a coach is supposed to do. I'm about to make you uncomfortable so that you stop complaining and that you grow. Because this is a time, this is a day and an age where we have to slow down a little bit so that we get to the next level. So I'm going to give some more people some time to tune in. And we need to have a conversation, because we are going into a whole nother year in less than 60 days. And if we don't get our mental state in order, we're going to end up losing everything that we've worked hard for already. And I refuse to be calling myself anybody's coach, or be calling myself anybody's friend, or be allowing people to say that I motivate you, and I let you keep doubting your potential and doubting where it is that you're going in life. I'm not letting it happen. I refuse to let it happen. So I need you guys to make sure that you go ahead and share this. Tag your family members, your friends, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters. I don't care. Tag everybody, okay? If you're not ready to be uncomfortable, get off of this live. And I intentionally did not share this live in any groups or any of that, because I'm going to let you guys do that. Okay? I only want the people on my timeline to hear this. And if the people on my timeline want somebody else to hear this, they'll share it with somebody else. That's why I have not shared this anywhere else. I posted it directly on my page. Now, let's go ahead and get started. I'm waiting on one person to come on in here, and I got to make sure she's here. Y'all hold on a second. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. I'm not going to be on here long. I say that every time, and then I'm on here long. Wow. Okay, we'll try. Now, let me go ahead and start here. Entrepreneurship is a marathon. Let me get you guys the definition of a marathon, okay? A marathon is a long distance race with an official distance of 42.19 kilometers, which is 26 miles, 385 yards, usually run as a road race. The event was instituted, hold on, we don't need all the Philippines or none of that. Let's go back. A marathon is a long distance race with an official distance of 26 miles. Okay? T, where you going with this? Shut up, I'm coming. What is a sprint? It's a full speed over a short distance. What are you saying? A marathon is a long distance race that takes time. 26 miles, you cannot run 26 miles in 26 seconds. Okay? A sprint means that you are moving quickly. If you need to know why I'm giving a definition, then listen and you'll know why I'm giving a definition. I am being dead serious right now. A marathon is 26 miles. It's long distance. A sprint is short term, ran at full speed. What am I trying to say to you? I am telling you that while you are working on your business, while you are looking to grow your brand, while you are looking to grow your engagement, while you're looking to build a successful business, you have to understand that you cannot do that. You cannot do that quickly. You cannot do that at full speed. Why? Because if you're moving too fast in your business, when do you have time to make adjustments to any of the mistakes that you make? Do you understand that you are not a perfect person and you don't live in a perfect world? What does that mean? That means that you have to have trial and error in everything that you do. So if you got to have trial and error in everything that you do, if you're running so fast, how do you have time to stop, take a step back, and rearrange things that don't work? You don't have the time. There's a lot of you guys that I've been seeing in the last week that consistently get upset because business is not going the way you want it to go, because business is not moving as fast as you're expecting it to move. But you got to understand and get to a position that you realize that it's not supposed to go quickly. It takes time. It takes focus. It takes patience. And it's not something that happens overnight. Nobody handed you this business, nor did anybody hand you the gift that God gave you for you to run the business. So what does that mean? That means that because it was not fully handed to you, you got to work for it. And working for it means that you got to take some time. You have to take your time. Stop quitting in 30 days because you don't get the engagement that you wanted to get. Stop getting upset because you didn't make the amount of sales that you wanted to make in the first 60 days of your business. Stop canceling the business out because you're upset because it didn't go where it was supposed to go. Stop. If it's not working for you, and something's not working for you, if your business is not growing and profiting the way that you want it to profit, do you know why it's not profiting? If you can't tell me right now why your business is not profiting, then how dare you try to run a race at full speed and you can't even tell me why your business is not profiting the way you're expecting it to profit. See, if you run a marathon versus the sprint, you got time to reel it back a little bit to say, okay, my business isn't profiting the way I'm expecting it to profit because of this, this, and this. Now that I've established why my business is not profiting, I can create solutions and a plan with timelines so that I can get to that specific point. Where we go wrong as entrepreneurs, we got this big... I'm not getting distracted today. Let me check you something. Let me tell you guys something. You got to get to a point where you understand that you need time to reel back what it is that you're going through right now, reel back what's not working right now, and have solutions to fix it. You have to understand that you got to have time frames for everything that you are doing. I'm trying to. But for some reason, I keep getting people that ain't serious and they get mad because their business is not growing, but they won't take the time to sit and listen sometimes to get to the next level. I don't got time for people on my timeline to keep on playing with me. Nor do I got time for people on my timeline that really don't want success. I don't got time for people to come on my lives and keep on playing. This ain't no time for games. We got people in entrepreneurship that is struggling right now. And the only people that I'm trying to have connected to me right now is people that's trying to grow. I'm a coach before I'm a friend. So I'm supposed to make you uncomfortable so that you can grow in your business. Look, you guys got to understand that if you want to make $1 million, you got to have a big timeline for your large goal. And then you got to have small timelines for the things that's going to help you get there. You can't just sit and get up every day and say, I want to make $100,000 in my business, and you don't got small plans and small goals to get to that $100,000. Why do you think I am telling you this is a marathon? This is not a sprint. If your only goal is your large goal and you ain't got no small pieces to the puzzle, how do you expect to get there? If your goal is entrepreneurship and full-time entrepreneurship, if you don't have a plan right now, if you can't look me in my face in a conversation and I call your phone and say, tell me how much you need to leave your job right now, and you don't have an answer for me, how dare you say that you want to go into full-time entrepreneurship because you don't have a plan? You don't even got a plan. I'm not trying to upset anybody, but I need to make you uncomfortable because I'm tired of seeing my entrepreneurs on my timeline complaining about not being where you want to be, and you have not taken the time to sit back and figure out what's not working and create a solution to the problem that you have at hand. T, well, I want to be successful like you. Do you not know what it took me to get here? My goals are so strategic and so specific that I can tell you exactly how much I need to make in a day on a how many day week. So I can say I need to make this much in a 5-day week if I want to be off 2 days in my business in order to meet my yearly revenue goal. But some of you guys are just saying that you want to make $10,000 in your first year of business and you don't even know how much that is a day. My intentions is to make you uncomfortable right now, because in order for us to be really successful entrepreneurs, we have to understand that you got to create small goals to make it to that larger goal. You can't just, y'all are trying to do 95 in a 25. You in a school zone. Why are you trying to drive like you on the interstate? You're not a NASCAR driver. You in a minivan right now. Minivans don't go that daggum fast. Stop trying to rush it based on the perception that you're seeing of other entrepreneurs. Do you not understand the fundamentals of marketing? Half the people that you're trying to create your business like, that you're trying to create your life like, don't even really got what they promoting on social media. Don't impact your bag trying to replicate the life of somebody that really ain't got no money. You allowing people to punk you into doing stuff with your money that they wouldn't even dare do with theirs. Slow down. You going too fast. Step back. Create a plan. Stop allowing people to tell you what to do with the money that you're working hard for. You out here boosting posts for $600 and $700 without creating a full ad, and you wondering why your posts ain't getting no engagement. Start connecting with people that can help you get to the next level. You're supposed to have a marketing budget. You're supposed to have a monthly business budget. If you don't have these things in place, why are you mad right now that you are not a millionaire? How dare you be upset because you don't have $1,000 days? You don't have the structure in place yet to get there. We got to learn as entrepreneurs to take a step back for a second and figure out how are we hindering our own coins. Half of you guys are still stagnant in business, and it's your fault that you're stagnant because you rather hinder your own coins by trying to replicate the life and the success of somebody else instead of trying to create your own success story. Be a product of the product. And right now, a lot of you guys are not being the product of the product. You're right. T is angry. Because as many times as I come on these live videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to shift your mindset and to change your overall thought process on entrepreneurship and on life, I still got people for some reason on my timeline complaining about not being where they are or where they want to be when they're the main reason why they're not there yet. Yes, I'm upset. And I'm going to continue to be upset because it don't make no sense. How do you expect to make $1,000 a day and you don't even have a budget for your marketing? How do you expect to go into full-time entrepreneurship and you can't tell me how much you need to make a month to live comfortably? You don't know how much your bills are? You don't know how much your business overhead is? Take a step back just for a second and realign yourself and readjust your thoughts. Readjust your books, readjust your marketing, figure out who it is that you're actually talking to. A lot of you guys are mad because people aren't sharing your posts. They're not engaging in your posts. And if I asked you right now, who is your target audience, you couldn't even tell me. I just told you why you're not getting any engagement, because you're trying to talk to everybody. You want to ask me why you can't make $1,000 in a day, but you're not even willing to invest $300 in your brand. You got to pay to play. Well, T, I ain't got no money like that. That's cool. But how much work are you putting in, Miss I want to be a full-time entrepreneur? Mr. I want to be a full-time entrepreneur. How much work are you putting in? Because the same energy that you're giving to posting and complaining about not being where you want to be is the same energy that you got to put into your business. You have to understand as an entrepreneur that you have to provide a solution to a problem. And if you don't got a problem that you're solving, then your business is going to continue to stay stagnant because you don't even know how to touch and pierce the emotions of the people that you want to spend their money with you. You got to understand that people have to see some type of value in what it is that you're offering to them in order for your business to grow and for them to start buying from you. What type of value are you bringing your clients? What type of value are you bringing your customers? You got to understand that if it's not working right now, you got to fail in order to be successful. There is not one time that I have gotten on a live video and told any of you guys that this happened overnight. Nor was there not one time that I told y'all that this road was easy. Nor has there been one time that I have told you that I have not went through my sandpaper moments to get right here. Nor have I told you that I'm not going through those sandpaper moments right now. I'm not where I want to be in life because I don't make over $1,000 every single day that I work. That's my next goal. But what did I have to do? I stepped back and say, man, so this day I didn't meet my goal of making this $1,000 a day. Let me figure out how I can change what I'm doing, change what I'm saying so that I meet that goal. And what do? I implement that in the next day so that that doesn't happen to me. And what do? The things that did work for that day and I was able to meet my goal, I replicate that. A lot of you guys haven't even been in business long enough to replicate the things that are working because you don't know if it's working, yet you're willing to give up on your business right now. That don't make sense to me. We are going into a new year in less than 60 days. And if you keep trying to run into that new year instead of allowing this less than 60 days that we got to mold you and to grow you and to teach you lessons so that you come into 2021 head on, you're going to continue and you're going to be right here in this same space this time next year. Reel it back a second. Back that ass up because right now you're trying to move too fast. Right now, you're trying to grow a 7-figure business in 2 weeks. This ain't the lottery. Get yourself together. Step back and focus on what's not working and create something that works. Take some time to actually study your niche. Take some time to study your area of expertise. Take some time to become the expert in your particular brand or your particular business. Half of you guys are trying to run a business and you don't even know what you're doing and not willing to spend a day studying once a week. Manifesting can only go so far if you ain't putting in no work. Stop trying to go 95 and a 25. Slow down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Stop trying to create your success story based on the other success stories that you've seen. I got to be transparent and open with y'all. For 2 years of my business, guess what I did? I replicated my business to fit everybody else's in the credit industry, and my business was stagnant for a long time. I decided one day that I wanted to try to use my own creativity. If you created the business, you are a creator, meaning that you have some type of creative juices, use them. That means that you're not confident in you and your potential and your vision. Stop pimping your purpose. You can't get where you want to go because you too busy trying to replicate somebody that really ain't even where they showing you that they are. You know how many times I would stand by other people's car and take pictures and then my business is just booming? You know how many of my friends that I be seeing standing next to 2020 Audis and I know that ain't your car? Marketing is an emotional aspect, and if you don't know that person personally, to say that you know that they really got what they said they got, why are you trying to replicate something that you don't even know is to be true? I mean, if you got an answer for it, let me know, because for some reason, everybody has that same answer. So I'm curious to know what that looks like or what that sounds like. We got to get to a point, y'all, where we slow down a little bit. Write a plan. Just because you work long hours, do y'all not know I will work 12 hours a day and come home and still work my business? Do I need to call my mom and my husband in here and let them tell you? Yeah, come on. We're done. They hear me. They're telling you. There was times I got off at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and still they would tell me to go to sleep. But what was I doing? Working my business because I was that hungry for it. You got people saying that you want to be in full-time entrepreneurship, yet you're not willing to sacrifice some sleep to grow your brand. It don't make sense to me. But you want to replicate the success of somebody else. Make it make sense, because it doesn't make any. You know how many times my family has went to bed and woke up and I'm still behind a computer screen when they woke up? I was willing to sacrifice some sleep because I knew where I wanted to be. And I knew that I only had 24 hours in a day. But I also understood that the same 24 hours I have is the same 24 hours that the owner of Lexington Law had. That's the same 24 hours as every African-American millionaire credit repair business had. That's the same 24 hours that business coaches had. So I had to make some sacrifices some nights. But yet we still got people that are complaining about, oh, I can't run my business. I can't make a successful business because I got a 9 to 5. Says who? Says who? I made over 100K in my business last year and still stayed another 365 days because it wasn't my time. You trying to go step on the railway or a roadway of somebody else's journey instead of walking on your own street. Stay in your lane. Quit trying to swerve over here in somebody else's lane. Focus on your journey. You in a putt-putt trying to ride behind a Camaro. It don't make sense. You look stupid. Slow down. Take your time. Plan with purpose. If you are an entrepreneur right now that promotes your business on social media and you don't have next week's social media post planned, you need to back up a second and realign and readjust. If you are planning on selling and having deals for Black Friday and you don't have those deals already created, if you don't have your marketing budget already created, slow down. Back it up. If you are not promoting your business daily, slow down. Back it up. Stop trying to drive like you're on the interstate in a school zone. The school zone says you can go between 15 and 25, depending on what state you're in, what county you're in. You can't go 75 in the school zone. You're going to get a ticket. So why are you trying to go 75 and a 25 in your business? Why are you trying to create success overnight? Why? I'm curious. I want you guys to tell me. What made you get to a point that you started rushing things? If you're not afraid to share it in the comments. Cause we finna shift some things right now. Before I get off this live video, we finna shift some things. What made you start rushing this process? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. What made you start rushing? See, because I'm going to be honest. I'm not afraid to be honest because transparency is what's helping you guys grow. See, I started to rush the process because I started paying attention to everybody else and what everybody else was doing. So I started trying to, let me tell you, can I be real with you? I started paying for a whole bunch of trainings to add a whole bunch of different services. And I was so mad that I was like, man, I'm feeling overwhelmed. And then I realized that it wasn't going the way I was expecting it to do. And I realized that I was overwhelming myself because I'm trying to implement too many things at once. And I haven't mastered one thing at a time. You mean to tell me, T, and my mama had to say it to me, and it really pissed me off. It really made me mad. But she said, how can you be right? You mean to tell me that you're doing 10 different things and you haven't mastered not one? She's like, you can't do that. You're going to burn yourself out. So I see a lot of you guys are saying money. That's not specific enough for me. When you say money, what do you mean money? How did money make you start to rush things? Give me a little more specific, because we finna get to the bottom of this, and we finna grow from this. We finna stretch from this. I was seeing everybody as progress, so I wanted to be where they were. Nah. Because you got to think about how long. I think somebody asking to be on my video. I'll add you if you got something to say. I'll add you on here. But how long did they stay in the process before they got to where they are? Latrent, y'all want me to add y'all to this live? Because I'm finna help y'all. I'm finna bless some of y'all. I was trying to help everybody else with their money issues. I got 2 people that's asking. I'm finna add y'all for real. Because y'all know what time it is. Latrent, I'm going to get you next. Let's talk about it. Hello, darling.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay. And when I put in money and I put in results. And the reason why I wanted to come in, because there's so much I can really say in the text right quick that I can come on here and say with you. So the reason why I pretty much rushed the process, because I'm looking like you and everybody else that's successful. But then what I had to go back and see, how long you been doing this? Okay, and then I'm like, okay, she didn't do this overnight. She didn't just do this 1 month and next month she was booming, or she was, and I've been watching you lately. I don't even know how we became friends. I don't know how, but you started popping up, and I'm like, look, every time she says something, make sure you alert me, okay? Because you motivate me. And let's go back to your question. I rush because of the money. When I start seeing I'm getting results with my credit repair business and stuff like that, I'm trying to get it all in, trying to get all these specials and all that stuff in. But I haven't mastered at none of it. Like you said, like, yeah, I can do a credit repair. Yes, I get great results. But I'm look like right now, I got papers everywhere. I'm not organized. So what I got to do is sit back, get me a good system. At this time, I'm going to do this. At this time, I'm going to do that. I have a time for marketing. I have a time for my clients. And if I can't do it, then I hire somebody else to help. But I'm not gonna rush it because, like you say, I want to get all these good coachings. I'm inboxing like I was getting ready to inbox you. Can I get a coaching from you? Do you got coaching? Because it takes someone like you to help me to slow the process down. So I'm on your live, girlfriend. I ain't gonna talk too much. I'm gonna let you do your thing. But I'm watching.
Okay. Okay, I appreciate it. Let me see. All right. So you heard what she said. And Latrenda, I'm adding you next because I know you finna give me some. You finna give me some juice. She made it really clear. After she started observing and after she started watching, she realized that it didn't happen for me overnight. Y'all, 3 years ago, I told my mom that I was gonna retire her. It took me 3 years to do that. I didn't do that the next day that I said it. I didn't do it the next week. Did I want to? Absolutely. Did it happen? Absolutely not. I had to create systems. I had to get organized. I had to understand that everything is not going to be tomorrow. It's going to happen. Next week, it's going to happen. Next month, it's going to happen. It took me 5 years in being in a credit business to get right here. So tell me again why you're deciding to rush something that's supposed to take time so that you can perfect it. Guess why? Because now I'm at a position that I have added an additional stream of income, teaching other people how to do exactly what I'm doing. They say that the millionaires have 7 sources of income, but how do you expect to have 7 sources of income? You can't, that doesn't mean do 7 different things and burn yourself out, but y'all don't understand that. So let me teach you something. I created another stream of income because I decided to step back a second to perfect my craft so that I can teach people how to be just like me. So I can replicate and become a product of the product. Now, when I coach people, I'm coaching people based on experience. That's something that a book can't give you. That's something that a document cannot give you. You can run a business and 2 years later become a coach, teaching other people how to do exactly what it is that you did. But how do you expect to do that and you're sprinting? If you're going that fast, think about it. The song says going 80 in a ticket, going 80 in a 50 a ticket, right? So if you're going 80 and a 50 and they got all these pretty signs and stuff, don't you think you're gonna miss some of those driving so fast? Think about how many things on the streets you miss when you're driving on the interstate. And then when you come back and you're in traffic, have you ever sat in traffic on a road that you go down every single day and start noticing different signs or different things on the side of the road that you had never seen if you weren't stuck in traffic? So help me understand how you expect to be an expert in your industry, expert in your market, expert at what you do, if you don't have the ability to slow down a second to see things that you've never seen before, to do things that you've never done before. You want to go so fast and you're wondering why you're missing out. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. A sprint is identified as something that's going full speed. I gave you the definition. Think about your journey in entrepreneurship as you driving to go on a family vacation. There's certain places that you're going to have to drive a little bit faster than others. But there's certain, you got to think about this. I want you guys to hear me. Latrenda, if you still on here and you want to come on, I'm going to add you. Anybody else that want to be added, baby, go on and click that little add button and I'm going to put you in this thing. Think about this. You think about the sun and the moon. They both shine. The sun shines in the day so that you can see, where the moon shines the same brightness, but because everything else around it is dark, it gives you, it helps you to see, but it's seeing in a different manner, right? Also, think about this. They both have jobs, but they come at different times. They have assignments for different reasons at different moments. You rarely see them shining at the same time. Let me help you. Let me reel it back a little bit. Think about sitting in a car and driving. You got different places that you got to go. But in order for me to get 30 minutes to get to my family member, guess what? I got to get on I got to drive down my street, which is a neighborhood, to get to the main road that has street lights. The main road goes a little bit faster than my neighborhood, and there's a little more things that I have to pay attention to because there's more drivers. See, in my neighborhood, you got people going this way and people coming this way. See, when you get on that main road, now you got 2 or 3 lanes coming this way, and then you got 2 or 3 lanes going that way. You got stop signs included in that, right? And then once I get on that main road, I got to make a left to get on the interstate where I can go 60 to 75 for the next 10 minutes. And then I get off the interstate to go on the main road. And then I get off that main road to go into the neighborhood where my cousin lives. What am I saying to you? You got to go at different speeds throughout your journey to your cousin's house. Meaning that you got to go different speeds throughout your journey in entrepreneurship. You're going to have some of those neighborhood roads. You're going to have some of those Dickinson roads and those Gallatin roads. And then you're going to have some of those I-95s. You got to know when you pick up the speed and when you slow it down. Stop trying to be on the interstate and drive interstate speed in a neighborhood. You can't do that. You can't do that. Stop trying to sprint where you're intended to run a marathon so that you learn something, so that you grow. As a new entrepreneur, you should never be in a sprinting moment because why? I have to get to a position that I learn and master my craft so that when that next year comes, I've already mastered the hard parts. Now all I got to do is keep it content and start switching things up to see what works and what doesn't work. Then by year 3, boom, it's takeoff. Stop trying to move so fast. Stop trying to replicate other people's businesses. Stop trying to replicate other people's brands. Stop trying to be the next Sephora. Stop trying to be the next Lexington Law. Stop trying to be the next TLC and be the next you. Be the next you. Use your creativity. You can't say that you're not creative because you created a business that nobody would have thought of. You created, even for my multi-level marketing entrepreneurs, you even created another formula to being successful in the business that you're working with. Use your creativity. Slow down. Take time to study. Stop trying to drive on the interstate in a school zone. The road to success has different levels of speed, but you got to understand, to make it to that destination, sometimes you got to have a few stops. And if you're not, Latanya, for you, if you're not sure what you want to do, keep writing it until something sticks and it doesn't change. Don't let nobody tell you that you have to start a business right now. As long as you're working towards that, you don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush it. If you're not satisfied just yet, keep working. If you're unsure if this is the route that you want to go, keep working. Does that mean allow that to become an excuse to where you don't do what you need to do? No. But if you don't even know what it is that you want to do right now, keep figuring out what works for you. Keep doing things, keep promoting until you find something that you are content with. Don't let nobody tell you that you need to start this business in the next 30 days because the new year's coming. Especially not somebody that don't even got no business. Mind your business. Oh, you ain't got one, so I can't take what you're saying serious. Don't keep letting people rush you. Don't keep trying to master and protect and perfect 90 different crafts and you ain't even mastered not one. Stop giving yourself all these different tasks to do all these different things and start perfecting one thing first. Do you know how many years I was a credit repair specialist only before I became a business coach? I had to master the credit repair first. Why? Because mastering the business of credit repair meant that I started to master the thing of business. Now I can consider myself as a business coach because I know what it means to be successful in business. You got people that their first job or their first business is a business coach. How? It's okay to say that you're not the expert yet, but you're working towards that. I'm an expert in training. I'm not no expert in business coaching. I feel like I'm damn near close to an expert in credit. I ain't gonna lie. But business coaching, I learn every day. I learn from my coach. Life coaching, I'm not an expert at all. I'm doing my first group coaching on November the 15th. And let me tell you something. It's my drive that keeps me motivated to do this. But I would never tell them that I'm an expert in life coaching because this is my first rodeo. But too many of you guys are afraid to tell the truth about where you are. Stop trying to be something that you're not and walk in where you are. Walk in your calling, walk in your right now. Stop trying to move so fast. Give your audience what it is that they want. Make sure that you're showing value before you start trying to add all these new things and create these new things for the money. A lot of us, we mess up and we start rushing because we want to make so much money in such a short amount of time. Let me ask you this, and I don't mean to offend. I probably do because I want you to think about it. You spent a whole year on your job to get a 50-cent raise. Then you spend a whole nother year on your job to get another 50-cent raise. There's a lot of you that have probably been on your job for 5+ years and still make less than people who've been on their job for 5 or 6 months. And you didn't rush them into paying you more. Why would you try to rush your business into paying you more without growing? See, the only way you could get a raise at your job is if they feel like you have done. You okay? Because they feel like you have done enough to make a little bit more money. And based on their thoughts and perception of the work that you've given, not saying, oh, T gave me her all, so I'm going to give her $6. No, they say, I feel like T could have given me more. You could have literally gave you, the next thing you had to give was your heart. And then they say, I don't think you gave me enough, so we're going to give you 50 cents instead of this dollar. But you rather half-ass in your business and expect $1,000 raise. It makes sense to me. Stop rushing it. You let your job work you for 12 months, 5 days a week. Some days you work 6 days a week, 12 and 13-hour shifts to tell you that you only worth 50 cents in a raise, but you're not willing to allow your job a few years to build leverage and build capital for you to give yourself that $1,000 raise you're looking for. Your 9 to 5 is supposed to fund your 6 to 10. How do you expect your 9 to 5 to fund your 6 to 10? You got to start thinking like an entrepreneur and stop thinking like a consumer. Because as an entrepreneur, you tell yourself, by any means, I'm getting to the next level. So if that means that I got to start thinking like this, my job made me work for 2 years, and out of 2 years, I got $1 raise. That's 24 months. That's 24 months for 100 cents. Let me be real with you. So if you had the patience to allow your job to let you work 12 and 13-hour shifts for 7 days a week for 24 months to give you $1, how dare you get mad at your business and get upset about your business and get upset about your growth in 30 days, in 45 days, in 60 days, you should have had that same energy with your job. You need to give the same energy to your business that you gave to your job. And I had to think of it the same way. I'm not telling you guys nothing that I haven't told myself or that somebody hasn't told me. They had to say, T, you've been working at this corporate job and they gave you $1,000 more a year. That's it. Divide that by the 365 or the however many days you work. Divide that by the hours. They gave you 50 cents on a salary position. How you got? Why you was okay with that though? Because you knew it was guaranteed money. So you want your business to be guaranteed money. Show consistency. Stop saying, "Oh, I'm too tired, but I want $1,000 days." Stop saying, "Oh, I'm stressed out today, so I'm not gonna promote my business because I want $1,000 days." No, work for it. Man, so true. That's why I work so hard for myself, because I dedicated years for companies that didn't care anything about me. Right? You dedicated years for a company that you making rich. They made umpteen $1 billion and gave you 50 cents. That was me. That was me, and I was tired of making a company billions of dollars, and you care about me enough to give me 50 cents. I was tired of that. So what did I do? I'm talking about, dude, I hope my old manager don't come on here. He can't say nothing now because I'm self-employed. Boom. Like, dude, I literally would be at my job working on my business. I would come home getting off at midnight, sit down at my desk till 3 o'clock. I got to give 2 hours at least. What's up, Mark? I had to get to a point where I'm like, man, this is gonna be my forever. This is how I'm gonna make money forever. So forget this job right now. I know I'm gonna be tired when I get there, but I gotta start trying to figure out how I'm gonna make some money in my business, because eventually I no longer want to work for this job. Stop giving your job more energy than you giving your business if you want to be in full-time entrepreneurship. Figure out how much it is that you gotta make, what it is that you gotta do to get to full-time entrepreneurship. My 9 to 5 funded my 6 to 10. I used the money that I was making in my 9 to 5 to fund my business. You can't leave without allowing your 9 to 5 to fund your business. And if you ain't got no savings account right now, there is no reason why you're even speaking on leaving your job, because you need to leave with 6 months of business expenses unless you decide to step out on faith. Mar, I'm gonna hire you for my full-time graphic designer, okay? I got you. But I don't even want to hear what you got to say. Shut up. Y'all ignore him. He childish. But for real though, like, I'm being dead serious, man. Y'all got to get to a point that y'all stop rushing this thing. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to take baby steps, because when you think about a baby, they have to crawl before they walk. They got to take 1 step, fall, 2 steps, fall, 3 steps, fall, and then when they get going, they going. You got to take baby steps. Entrepreneurship ain't supposed to happen in 30 days. You started this business with the intent because you seen somebody take a picture next to an Audi in a big old house with a whole bunch of money that they probably got off Google anyway. You seen that and started the business and was like, yeah. You was like, yeah, I'm ready. You joined that MLM and people was telling you that they was making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. You didn't ask them for their bank statements. They ain't even really making that much money. And now you in it, you like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You have to get to a point where you like, I am doing this because I want to do it, not because of the money that they promised me. Because in entrepreneurship, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna make money every day. I don't make money every day. I wish I would sit here and lie to you. That's where I want to be, that every time I wake up, I'm getting a deposit. But I'm not there yet. There are some days that I don't make no money. But I'm creating an impact. Are you really ready to slow down a second so that you can take your business to the next level? I mean, if you're interested in continuously sprinting, have at it. I don't want you all. I will physically remove you from my timeline if you are frustrated because you ain't made no money and you running. When do we get to a point where we stop running at full speed and start walking this thing out? It's a marathon. It ain't no sprint. Now that I have calmed down, because when I first got on this live, I was pissed off. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was really angry. Now that I've calmed down a little bit, how do y'all feel? Tell me how you feel. Except Mar. I don't want to hear your mouth. How do y'all feel? Because I feel like this conversation or this butt whooping that some of you guys just got, this conviction, is going to help you birth a successful business. I feel like it's going to help you grow a successful business. I feel like it's going to really take your business to the next level, because you're going to take some time to start focusing and thinking about where you are and what you can do to fix it. Yeah, I'm looking at the people that was watching. I feel good today. I'm almost finished reading my book. See? This was well needed. See? This conversation gonna birth some millionaires. Watch. Watch. I feel good. That's good. Now I feel better too. I feel like we got somewhere. I do. And I appreciate everybody who was willing to stay along for that beat. I'm trying to drop this entrepreneur video since 9 a.m. I needed this. I'm about to go slow down and put in some work. Yes, it is. I mean, why I don't I don't know what to say. Great. It's time for me to work on my next level. Well, I mean, you probably need to check your internet, maybe. If you've been trying to upload it since 9:54, either the video is too long and it's taking a minute, or the internet is not where it needs to be. I feel good today, just staying focused. That's it. Now, I'm glad that you guys, this has made you feel a lot better, because that's what I wanted. I didn't intend to make you guys feel good during the conversation, because I wanted you guys to really hear me, and I wanted to piss you off, because it was going to help you get to this next level. Okay? So it starts with you. It starts with you. Don't keep complaining about where you are if you're still trying to move too fast. All right? So I love y'all. I'm not getting on live no more today. Don't worry about it. But I had to get that out, because I did want to make sure that you guys understand that you can be successful. You can be successful. You just got to put your mind to it. You got to be realistic. You got to get you some new glasses for this 2020 vision. I'm going to quit talking about my glasses one day, but I think I'm cool. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, honey. D, I need you, bro. I need you. Text me when I get off this live. Bye, y'all.